Okay. Remember that if you'd like to get on, your nickname in the waiting lobby on Discord needs to be name and location of where you're calling from. It doesn't even have to be real, but it has to be name and location. Otherwise, you are not going to be eligible to participate today. Let's go to Carl from Bremerton. Carl, welcome. What's on your mind today?
How's it going, David?
It's going well.
So pretty much what I wanted to say was, should I feel like I shouldn't be, but should I be celebrating the like win of Tim Ryan against JD Vance in the line of the year, and that's getting a lot of traction and whatnot, even though I find him much less liberal than I like, but I understand it's because he's in Ohio and
Yeah.
he has to kind of walk that weird line where he's got to get the indecisive Trump voters, but
What is, let
also
me address that
the
in a moment,
liberals.
but what was the line of the year? I watched the debate. What was the line of the year?
It was the we need a ass kicker, not an ass kisser. Like
Oh,
everyone's
okay.
saying
Yeah.
it's
No,
line of the
that was pretty good.
year, and
Here's the
like
thing.
it was a good line. Like I remember being like, wow, like I was watching it when you watched it, and I reacted the same way.
I
But
like Tim Ryan as a person. He's been on the show, and I've had a couple conversations with him off air, like before we did an interview.
mhm,
I To be honest, I don't know Tim Ryan's real politics, and what I mean by that is, at one point he seemed quite a bit more progressive to me than the way he's running right now. I understand the dynamics of Ohio may impact how he's running. He's been critical on issues related to the border of Kamala Harris and Biden and all these other things. I think that as a practical matter, JD Vance is such a dangerous disaster that
mhm,
you just got to vote for Tim Ryan if you live in Ohio. It's obviously the right decision, but
mhm,
without a doubt, the way he's running now, it's well to my right. That's for damn sure.
mhm. Yeah, and I mean that's pretty much how I felt. Was like, hey, this. I'm glad that this is like because this seems like I feel like if I was an indecisive like voter that was like maybe thinking of voting for Trump, if I saw that
Yeah,
and actually looked into it, they'd be like, wow, he is like awful. I should definitely vote for that guy. But for me, I'm from Washington,
right.
so like I'm pretty liberal anyway. So when I see that and then I hear him talking about how he agreed with Trump, I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't think
on
that's
the
something
tariffs
I'd
and
be
stuff.
like,
Yeah,
yo. I don't think that's something I would be like happy about, but
no,
like then I'm like, he is in Ohio, so I get it.
yeah,
But that's why I'm struggling
he's
with what to do.
overwhelmingly the better option. And
Oh yeah.
also, if he was a presidential candidate, I'd say you sound almost like a Republican.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. All right, Carl, thank you for the call. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, that's a big race. So I hope all of our Ohio voters will indeed be voting in that one. It is extremely, extremely important. Let's go next to Lucian from England. Lucian, welcome to the show. What's on your mind?
Hello, can
Hey,
you hear me?
yes, I can.
There we go. Thanks for picking. First of all, how much are you keeping up with the economic and political situation in the UK? What's your general take on it?
Only a little bit. If I understand correctly, it seems there are significant economic concerns in the UK. Liz Truss initially planned a tax cut for the rich, which, correct me if I'm wrong, she has since abandoned because, in the context of what's
Yeah.
going on, it seemed like a disastrously bad idea.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I saw an economic prediction that the UK could have some serious hurt in front of it as well. No, I don't know that I have any particular opinion. I mean, I think when I read the headlines about specifically what's predicted in the UK economically, I wonder whether it's really just going to be part of a bigger economic shift in the US and Western Europe. Like, I'm not fully understanding why this would be isolated to the UK.
That's what I was going to ask, as to what extent are some of the same issues present in the USA as well?
Absolutely. I mean, our
Particularly,
economies are so tied together and dependent upon many of the same industries, many of the same trade relationships. Obviously, our stock markets don't move in lockstep necessarily, but it seems strange to see some sky is falling predictions for the UK and then some predictions in the US that after December 2023 should actually look pretty good. It seems hard to imagine that there would be such a stark difference.
we'll see what happens. I think the interest rate question is probably the most pressing right
Yeah.
now. It's pretty dire here, I'd say, in terms of interest rates. I'd say me and my partner just bought a house 2 or 3 months ago. We managed to complete that. If we were to have done it now instead, we would be paying 50% more per month on our mortgage, basically.
What are mortgage rates in the UK?
When we got it was about 2.5%. I believe now it's gone up to 6%.
Oh, so similar
on
to
5-year
here.
fixed.
Similar to here, yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay,
a big
that's really
difference. Good thing you bought when you did, I guess.
Very, very lucky. Just another really quick question. You said you've got some heritage from Eastern Europe, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, almost exclusively.
Have you actually been there in your life?
No, I have not.
If you'd be interested, I'd be quite curious to know what you think about the culture and everything. I'm from there initially.
Yeah, I mean, so one of the things is my family being all Jews from Eastern Europe, they, spoke a different language and sort of were relatively concentrated in certain communities due to some unfortunate realities at the time. And so, I think that by and large, the culture in which my ancestors lived primarily have sort of eroded in Eastern Europe, in Ukraine and Russia and Belarus. So I don't even know that I could go and see what the culture is like now. I don't think I would have the experience of seeing what was the culture that my ancestors lived in because it's mostly gone.
Right, I understand. That's really, really unfortunate.
Yep. All right,
Okay,
Lucian,
thank you very much
appreciate
for
the call. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a very quick break. If you're holding, don't hang up because we're going right back to the phones in a moment.